Welcome, Deviant Drivers, to A Drink with the Driver. This is episode number 3.
What's with the helmet?
What do you mean?
You're wearing a helmet. Last week was a suit and sunglasses and wine. This week is a helmet.
Did you watch the race? I haven't taken it off since the race. I'm scared to.
I don't blame you. I did watch the race, and everyone wonders why I bailed and jumped down to reserve. I don't own a helmet.
Yeah, it was insane. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was something else. I tell you, it was a lot of just all over the. All right, I gotta take this off. Hold on.
It really needs to be like Daily Race 8, where no driver rating impacts. This should be really turned into like a no points league since everyone's all over the place. But I did post that video last night of everyone going around the track, and that was sexy as hell. 16 cars rolling around. I like that. That was good.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, it was our first time we ever had 16 cars out there.
No.
On Sunday
We had
Cup?
16 last time.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So we did have a full field. But it was so everybody was jammed up. We drove FF cars, any car you wanted to, as long as it was an FF. And we drove to Scuba or or so, however the hell you say it. We drove Suzuka, and we drove the Broadbean Speedway.
Yep. The Zen track. We'll just call it the Zen track, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Zen track, yeah. And just so everybody knows, you're in a hotel room right now, right?
Yeah, I got this cool little what looks like virtual background that's actually wallpaper.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, on the road this week.
All right.
I still have a beer, still have a drink. It was free when you checked in. You got a little poker chip. What these people don't know is I hold on to these things, and I've got like 10 in my bag. So this will not be the last one of the night.
They're gonna be like, wow, we only had 4 check-ins, but we took in 25 poker chips.
They actually went into my bag last time and grabbed them out because they saw them. That's a different story though. But yes, I'm here. I'm supporting the podcast regardless of my location. It's actually easier because I don't have, I love my wife. Hi, wife. But oh, you're gonna do your podcast tonight. Daddy Discord. Yeah. So here we are, sitting in a hotel room. We're all good.
Yeah. So the first clip we're going to show, which is going to appear down there, and is going to be
orientation.
yeah. So it's going to be down here. You'll see it pop up here in just a second. It was the start and to Scuba, however you say that place, and it was complete. Like, it was so much fun. Don't get me wrong. All 3 of these races were a lot of fun because it was bunched up. Everybody was right together, 3, 4, sometimes even 5 wide at times. And just total and absolute chaos. But you'll see in the video, coming through turn 1 there, everybody's bunched up, and then coming down the little S curves, it's just a group of little hatchback cars.
I loved it because Huge Jar, and he commented today too. He said he's like Deshaun Watson leaving Houston, but he took off. He's like, screw this shit, I'm out of here. And then everyone else, it looked like a bunch of bees trying to catch something. That's what it looked like. Just a swarm of birds or bees. It definitely looked cool though. Like a couple people, you got knocked off. Um, I think Fulgore chose to go off and cut some grass, but I mean, everyone kind of got through that first lap, and it was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching the replay. I'll watch the replays and kind of skip through and highlight and whatever, but I watched a good portion of that race um, as a replay because that was enjoyable. I hate that I missed it. Honestly, I'm a little pissed
It
off.
was a good race. Yeah, no, it was. It was the whole thing was fun. FF cars aren't the easiest to drive. They're understeery and they take a lot of tuning, and we never use them, so you don't have a lot of
Yeah,
practice with them. You almost never use an FF car,
yeah,
so it's a lot of fun. And when you got that many cars all packed in together, it's crazy. Like on my start at Suzuka, I left the track, and in order to make the pass, I was half on, half off the track.
hmm
And that was the only room I had, and there was nowhere on anywhere else to go. Fulgore, as you mentioned, did the same thing.
hmm
Uh, he left the track and made a pass. I think he just pulled the Dale Earnhardt move, like he said, and just right through the grass, and was just like, "Yep, that's the
yeah.
easiest way to do it."
So so go ahead and talk about who won that race.
At Scuba,
Scuba
at,
Duba.
at,
We're just gonna call it Scuba.
Scuba Duba.
We're just gonna call it Scuba.
So Zen won. Well,
Not that
Zen
one.
won,
Oh,
huh?
he did win. No, he
He
didn't win
did.
that
He
one, did he?
won there. He won there and at Broadbean,
Yeah.
and uh, you know he didn't win the first one at Suzuka. So I don't know whether he was sandbagging us or or what. But
Yeah.
he took. Where did he finish? He finished second at Suzuka,
Yeah,
but
he
he
had a good showing this week, that's for sure.
Cuba.
That bastard ass Mini Cooper.
That thing.
You have to take your side mirrors. I know what the trick is. You have to take your side mirrors and tilt them down so you can see him coming.
Yeah,
Because his car is like down here.
yeah, yeah. He's yeah. It's like when you watch it, it's like one of those what do they call them? The Shriners at the parades when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Remember
hmm
they drive those little mini cars all over the
Yeah.
place, zipping around.
Yep.
Like that was Zen,
Yeah. No, it definitely was.
but he was
Without that.
fast, super
Yeah.
fast. At the last race at Broadbean, that's the other clip we've got, and he passed and lapped. And he started last place because he finished to Scuba in first. He started
hmm
last at Broadbean, and I specifically made a comment to him. I said, "It's going to be a very good feat for you to get from last to first in this pack of cars." And he said, "I think I can do it." He did it in 3 minutes,
Yeah.
6 laps, and not only did he get to first, he lapped every single car
He
through
left
number
you.
7. He lapped me.
hmm
He
Yeah.
lapped me. Yeah,
I watched the first lap and specifically on him and watching him slalom through everybody. It was I was expecting a bump and run at least once. But it's like the sea parted for him in many different areas, and he got through unscathed like it was nothing. And I mean, no better track to do it on when you have kind of open banking and whatnot. He tuned it like I would tune it, and I'm not gonna talk about his tune. But he tuned it exactly like I would have. I don't know what um, his shocks were or anything like that, but other tunes, yeah, I would have done the same. But
we had
it
like
was
7 minis to test.
well, hey, look, it freaking worked. I
It
mean, like,
did.
come on, you put the effort in. He should
Yeah.
win. Not screw Zen. He should have won the first one too. What's wrong with
Yeah. I
him?
don't know what happened at Suzuka.
Yeah, I know. He was just getting used to the car, baby. But It was definitely enjoyable to watch. The bean was definitely cool to see that. And again, it popped up what, a week ago as one of the challenges. I don't know why our league keeps emulating what GT7 rolls out for daily races and stuff, but
Well, I think, and because every time I roll a rule sheet out, and this has happened scary quite a
hmm
few times,
it's a
I
little
think
creepy. Someone,
one of those drivers somewhere works for PD. We haven't
yeah,
figured out who he is yet,
yeah,
but somebody works for PD because it was one weekend we were going to have the GT3 at Watkins.
hmm yep,
The GT3 race and the daily race was Watkins.
hmm
And the next week we had like a time trial somewhere. I don't remember where it was. Or we
yeah,
had a race there and the time trial popped up.
yep,
And we were like, this is
yeah. It's
creepy.
been freaky. It's definitely been freaky, but no, Zen had a good race. I mean, props were props are due. Like he practiced, he laid it down, he showed what that mini could do. Um, yeah, he did a good job.
He
He
did.
did a good job for sure. So
He did.
um, yeah, and he won that one with ease.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. No challenge. Now, Folgore, who ended up winning at Suzuka,
hmm
and I think we can call it the movie put on Chaotica the pass of the day. It was almost like a double crossover coming out of the S's through the last turn,
hmm
all clean,
hmm
and to move into the lead. It was, and they both drove Integras. They were both in
Yeah.
Integras.
No, the pass is definitely impressive, but not to steal anything from Folgore. Chaotica's livery was underwhelming.
Well,
I mean,
he had his number.
he just had to get away. Fogel just wanted to get away from the bland ass car that was in front of him. The just putrid white, bland, rice looking. What do they say in The Hangover? They call it Job or something like that, which means mushy rice. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could be quoting that
yeah,
completely wrong,
it's
but
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it was the Hangover Part Two. It was yeah, her stepfather or something made a comment about
yeah. When
something.
they were in Thailand,
Yeah, in Thailand.
but
That's right. Yeah.
that's why Folgore made the pass. It was just he wanted to get away from the bland looking car. I don't blame him. And nothing to distract him on the livery. I mean, chrome is the way to go. Everyone knows that.
Oh God, what was that? Was that your car, the Pagani that you had?
Yeah, mine was chrome in the Pagani, and then Besso rolled it out on his Nissan in GT3. So I saw it flying by when I ran out of fuel.
Oh, yeah. Well, fortunately, it was dusk then, so it wasn't blinding you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you feel like you did at the Sunday Cup?
I mean, I didn't put a lot of practice in. I had the car. It wasn't the best car to choose. I
Well,
chose
here's you'll win an award for one thing.
scared to ask.
Ugliest car in the field. That thing is hideous.
That's what I was going for. Like I got mismatched doors and fenders. I
It's
got
horrible.
I got Doge Dog in the back window.
Well, yeah, it's worth nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like the
yeah,
car.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's terrible, but I mean, that's what I was going for. But I wanted to drive it because that was the first car
Yeah, I remember.
GT Sport, and we talked about that in episode one. We ran. Actually, it was at Broadbean, as a matter of fact. Now that I mention it, that was our first race, and that was my first car I drove. So I figured I was like, hey, let's kind of do a throwback thing and drive it again. I think it's going to be better higher up in the
Don't
in there.
even start that. There's no way. It's a piece of shit.
No, it's good, man. It's good.
You,
It's good.
you
It's
gonna
even
engine swap it?
no, not yet. I didn't want to spend $1 million on it yet.
Is there an engine swap for it?
Yeah, it's the Audi engine. I forget which.
Ooh, okay. All right, all right. I'll
Yeah,
stand back a little bit. I'll
but it's
stand
a
back.
$1 million for the
I think the
engine.
front tires will leave the chassis behind, but it's fine.
That's what I'm afraid of. Also what I'm afraid of. But I'm thinking that the car. My thought pattern is it's I was kind of hampered because I had already previously done the weight reduction, so there
Yeah,
wasn't so much I could do with the performance points in the weight department. So I had to I just had to keep taking things away. I was running
yeah,
100% pure stock everything else.
yeah. Well,
Basically,
you
I had a
should have bought like 10 more of them, like Zen did.
yeah, I was going to, but they didn't have any for sale at the time in the used car dealer. So I'll have to keep my eye out. They're not expensive. I think they were
Yeah,
like 20 grand or something. So I mean, I could pick up like a handful of them,
I think
and
they pretty much give them away at this point. Pieces of shit.
yeah, yeah, they might, but they're still, I think it'll be competitive. I think I got a shot.
Yeah. What was your favorite track this weekend?
Scuba's always my favorite track.
Really?
Yeah, I love to scuba. Anytime we go there, usually it's in Miatas, but
Yeah,
anytime we go there, it's just such a fun little track. It's not fun with
yeah.
GT3 cars. It's not going to work for that. But small hatchbacks,
Yeah.
little Miatas, stuff like that. It's my favorite.
I
Always.
I hate the Suzuka variant you picked for that race. I hate that track. I don't know why I hate that track. I just I hate that track. I like
Because
the
it's the
full
first
version.
section of the entire track.
I just hate it. Dude, it's horrible. I hate that track. It's all suck.
Somebody over the radio said, what did they say on race day? They were saying that this track is all about getting down the S's,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, that's
So
all it
that's
is.
all it is.
That's all it is a series of S's, a full hairpin, and a straightaway, so you can go and start the S's again. That's it.
Right. Yeah, it's like a ski lift.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Yep.
like a flat ski lift.
Yep. Go down the mountain,
Yeah,
ride back to the top.
right back to the top. Yeah.
It's simple.
Uh, yeah, Suzuka it was different. It was difficult, especially difficult with FF cars, because of the understeeriness, and there was a lot of instance that way. Which kind of takes
Yeah.
me to my next point, which I want to make, which is more of kind of piggyback on what I made the announcement of last night in the announcement section is that the drivers need to understand that in Sunday Cup, but especially even Clubman Cup, the differences in the variations of the cars is
Hmm.
so great. You have so many different tire compounds that are sitting there that are being used. You have different weights, suspensions, horsepower tunings. You're running 16 different drivers,
Yep.
16 different tunes. Every driver has a different brake zone. There's no similarity like in GT3 where generally speaking, we're all braking within this kind of threshold.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And so when you're racing in these, you got to have a different mentality to incidents and accidents and expectations of what's going to happen, and be very defensive when you drive, because things are going to happen all over the place, and predicting what another driver's car is going to do is virtually impossible because you have no earthly idea what he's done to tune it or what his strategy is to run it.
Yeah. No, it's true. And as I was watching the replays yesterday, I mean, just focusing on tire compounds, so many ran so many different tire compounds. I mean, you saw Comfort Soft, you saw Sport Soft, Sport Hard, you saw some with like Comfort Softs on or Comfort Hards on the back or Comfort Softs on the back and Sport Softs on the front. Like, I mean, there was a bunch of different variants. And I know if I had tuned for Bean, I would not have ran brakes. I mean, I would have had as minimal brakes as possible because you don't brake, whereas for Scuba, I would have put more braking in just for all the braking zones. So no, it's true that you can't anticipate the car in front of you. You got to be a little bit leery. And honestly, in Sunday Cup, when I'm not T-boning somebody, I usually sit behind them unless they give me a big window to get through, or I'm just significantly faster. But otherwise, I kind of watch them for a lap just to kind of catch their tendencies. I do that in most races, honestly, but just to catch their tendencies and find their weak point to get around them. That way you can kind of telegraph where they're going. But it is difficult in Sunday Cup because everyone's car is different. And even from one track to the next, it's different, So,
Yeah.
and some are more experienced than others when it comes to the tuning aspect. If you're not used to tuning, like sometimes it's good just to go back to stock. Just go,
Yeah, and yeah, I did some testing on Saturday with the car, and I just kind of stopped because same
Yeah.
idea. I was like, if I keep messing with things, I'm just gonna screw it up
Yeah.
beyond the point of being able to drive it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. So, yeah, it was definitely fun to watch. I hate that I missed it. 16 in the lobby. I know we've never even thought about 16 in the lobby. I know we, talked about it, but it just kind of ramped up on us so quick that some of the tracks that you've already identified are difficult with 16 drivers on it. So it was definitely, again, I know I've already said it, but it was enjoyable to watch. I was jealous for a little bit, wife, you're not driving today? No, I'm just watching. Matter of fact, your wife, I sent her a Snapchat and she's like, "You're not racing?" I was like, "No, they kicked me out." But no, it was I know there were incidents, I know there was some bumping, but it was enjoyable to watch, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it because it looked like fun. It did. Last place, first place, it looked like fun.
Oh, it was a ton of fun, and the good thing is this is where it is going to be the most fun because as the cars get faster, it's going to get
Yeah.
significantly more difficult.
Yeah.
This was the easiest it was ever going to be, and I know some of you are sitting there saying, "Oh my God, what are you saying?" This was as easy as it was going to be.
Yeah.
From here on out, it gets harder because
So where are you guys going next?
next is the Clubman 500 is at St. Croix.
Clubman 500. No. What's your next Sunday Cup race?
The next Sunday Cup race is going to be the GTR Challenge.
Oh, okay. All-wheel
So
drive.
with
Yeah.
it's all-wheel drive, and so it's a series of GTR. So you have two different R32s to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
The Nismo, which is the new one from the last update, or maybe not the last update, but one before that, and
Yeah.
then the 94 V Spec, both R32s. Then you have the R33 GTR and the R34 GTR. So
Tuning allowed in both races, I assume.
the what?
What's the tuning specs? I haven't
So
looked at it since I got kicked out.
the PP is allowed to go to 600.
You be the judge of that.
No bigger. Your PP cannot be bigger than 600. Your
Please
weight.
send Mercury your PP pics. If you have questions, go to the top right of the search and just search for Mercury plus PP, and you'll understand what we're talking about. Mercury likes PPs thrown at him.
The horsepower is limited at 395, which doesn't seem like a lot. Weight has got to be 2850 or higher.
Okay.
And sport medium tires only.
Okay. Yeah. No, that'll be good. That'll be good. Which you want to divulge what car you're running, or do you know yet?
I think I'm going to run the R32.
Yeah.
And the reason is the R34 is, I mean, that's the go-to everybody's going to pick, right? I think personally between the three cars in real life or in general, I think the R33 is my favorite.
Yeah.
And but the R32, my thought pattern is I think, and I'm not even going to go with the Nismo. I'm just going to roll with the R32, the V spec. And I think the reason I'm going to do that is it's going to give me the maximum amount of tuning points possible to stretch out as far as I can. That's my thought.
So walk me through the tracks again. I know one of them, and you're a jerk for
it. The tracks are going to be Tokyo East, counterclockwise.
Oh, because that helps. The walls.
Yes. So imagine what we saw at Tsukuba.
We're closing the incident reporting channel for first track. just hit the gas, ride the wall as far as possible, and just continue. Push the person in front of you.
Right. So that's the first race up. The second race is going to be Kyoto Yamagawa, and it's going to be in reverse. So it's going to be the reverse of what we're driving next weekend in GT3 World.
Okay.
From there, we go to the high-speed ring.
But okay.
In reverse.
All right. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, except for the Tokyo race. The hell with that.
Tokyo is going to be. I'm going to have to get my helmet back out.
You're going to need more than a helmet, my friend.
Let me one of those neck brace things.
Don't even qualify. Just start in the back. And at like 20 miles an hour, you can just kind of drive through the wreckage. It's going to look like Independence Day, the movie, where they're driving through the wreckage and everything. That's what it's going to be like. You won't even have to really
race.
Bad
plan, actually.
Yeah, that'll work. Try it. I wouldn't qualify. Screw it. Either that or damn sure try to get up front.
Yeah. So that's
you did well last time we ran Tokyo. What were you in? I don't remember. Probably the vet. Seems about right. Yeah.
No, it was we had that photo finish between Besso and somebody else. I don't remember who.
No, there was one of the Tokyo tracks that you dominated. But I think that's the only one you practiced for like 3 weeks. And then the rest of them you were just like irrelevant.
Maybe. Was it one of the it might have been one of the Japanese things that we did with the night races, like the
it was during the night series.
Okay, the nightclub series or whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that was good though. That'll be
we didn't have a lobby of 16 there either.
That's the problem with Tokyo. Just saying. God. It's the first track though, right?
Yeah. Tokyo Expressway East counterclockwise.
Okay. That's at least good, because if it was second and you had all the fast drivers in the back trying to get through, why don't we switch them up? I'm not driving. I'm fine with it. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Surprise. So that's what it means. Like when we say reverse, what we mean is we're actually reversing the order of the tracks.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'd be brutal to try to get through that field.
It would be.
That'd be tough.
And it can rain there too. It could rain.
Yeah. Good luck.
High speed ring as well.
They can. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, it's nice knowing everybody. Can you go on vacation from Discord? I think I'm going to do that for Sunday Cup. I'm going to be on a cruise somewhere. Yeah. I'll watch it, though. That's going to be a hell of a race. That's going to be fun.
It will be. It absolutely will be. So it's going to be fun time. Will be by all.
So we're going to play a little game called Get to Know Mercury, because you named yourself after a cool metal BS, which was really a putrid green Mercury 4-door, headliner hanging down, windshield busted. POS, but hey, you owned it, and you can't let it down ever again. So
we got it fixed.
Yeah, I know. But we're gonna ask you some questions today. I got 3 questions for you.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, Freddie.
Did
Do
I
it.
prep you for these questions?
No, I have no idea what they are.
I know you asked me, so I'm just make sure everyone knows that I did not prep you for these questions. So, drum roll. All right. Nothing exciting. What is your favorite track in GT7?
Favorite track in GT7. So probably, like I said, I like Tsukuba. It's a good track,
As your
but
favorite?
no.
Okay.
It's one of my top favorites, and it's one to consider because it's a fun track. I enjoy anytime, but again, it's limited to small little cars. That's the
Yeah.
only thing you can do with. Probably my favorite track overall, I would have to say, has got to be probably Daytona Road Course.
I saw that coming in the vet with the tops down, windows down, helmet on. All right, day or night?
Team Corvette has an extraordinary victory at record at Daytona for the Rolex 24, and Corvettes and Daytona are just perfect together.
I'll let the comments just kind of fly on that one. I'm not even going to add to it. We're just going to roll through that. Yeah, no, I saw that coming. I think most everybody saw that coming. Even the new people that just started saw that coming. So I guess the counterpart to that is, what is your least favorite track?
Anything in Tokyo Expressway.
Really?
Yes. I despise those tracks. They're fun in the sense that they got those long stretches that you can really run and wring a car out. That part is fun, but they're unforgiving with the walls. There's just no. They're real narrow. They're very, very, very difficult. And when you get multiple cars involved in there, they're extremely hard to impossible to pass, which is going to make this race in GTRs just insane to watch or drive in.
That's gonna be bad.
It's going to be crazy. So anything Tokyo Expressway doesn't really matter. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. In GT3, who do you usually find yourself racing? Like competition wise?
Usually, and actually, I think it's convenient that we're teammates. Chaotica and I are always in races together in areas, and in points wise, we're very close. So our cars are always in close proximity together, which works out nicely for Team Mercedes because we're able to help each other out.
I will say this. You and Chaotica do help each other often in the race. There are some teams that do. There's some teams that don't. And it's about, and again, no fault to whichever way you choose to run your team or whatnot. But it is kind of interesting how some do and some don't. It is different in that case. What is Chaotica better at than you?
I don't know if I can put my finger on what he's better at or I'm better at or which thing. It's just that the driving style that we have is very, very, very similar. I'll give you an example. When we did the 1 hour, 24 hour Le Mans race, we weren't same team or anything for those, but when we were driving, we were pushing each other. We were right together and we were pushing each other. And it's the same thing when we did the Le Mans.
Were you pushing him or him pushing you?
It changed up. It changed up. It started out me pushing him. And, we have an understanding that, very early on in the race, there's no sense in racing this out. Whether we're on the same team or we're not, push the car and get you both there faster. we can sort this whole thing out between who's going to cross before the other one in the last couple laps or whatever. But very early on, no, let's push out front. And if we can both get out front, then, we get out there and then we'll sort it out. And we were able to do that. We did that in the GT3 at Le Mans. We did that at the 24-hour Le Mans. I think you and I were pushing each other for a little bit at the 24-hour Le Mans race.
I'll push someone in front of me. I've pushed Glovis. I've tried pushing Besso once. I don't think he understood what was going on, and he got out of my way. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get us away from the pack behind us. Let's go.
He's European. He doesn't understand drafting.
Bump drafting. He doesn't understand.
Europeans don't understand bump drafting.
No, I was like, and I tried a second time, and he ducked out. I got a bump on him. I don't even remember what track it was, but I got a bump on him. Like, I'm not going to say it over the mic. Yo, I'm going to help you out. You're on a different team, but let's work together here.
Yeah.
I got a bump on him and figured, he'd catch on. And next time I went to go bump him, he just out of the way. And I tried again and out of the way. I was like, screw this. I'm going to try and pass him instead. I don't remember when that was. That was a while back. But, yeah. I mean, shoot. Chaotica, I pushed him around Daytona for 20 minutes. Thanks, Glovis. For that one. That was fun.
But I hate I missed that race. I wanted to do that race.
Don't say it. He'll freaking do another one. But
I know we will. We will do
another 20 minutes though. Like all I saw was the back of his bumper. And yeah, I thought about passing him, but at the same time, it was more beneficial to keep Zen in third than have Zen pass Chaotica for second, and pushing me to first. Like, that's how vindictive I am. Sorry, Zen. I'd rather see you take third, me take second, than me take first, you take second. Love you, mean it.
Can you imagine Daytona Trioval? Okay, the race that Glovis designed last season or whenever that was, but with 16 cars.
Well, and here's the thing. I will say this to everyone that we have. Like, we've had a couple deviant academies, right? Yep. And like 10 people show up. Like, that's freaking awesome. So, I mean, we may have to run like 2 lobbies the next time we do a fun night. Like, these guys haven't even seen that yet. Good God, that's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, a fun night is gonna be crazy because about half of them have not seen a fun night.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I think that's next week too. So yeah, we may have to put different lobbies up and split everyone up.
We might. We very well.
That'll be fun though.
Very well might.
But everyone on the PSN chat on the same one, that's going to be nuts. I freaking can't wait. All right, moving on. Third question. Do you have any particular incident that stands out as significant or wrecked your race or helped your race or just anything that kind of stands out that just, in your memory bank has not left you in all the time that we've been racing?
Yeah, over the weekend, Besso tried to kill all of us.
I thought we're not supposed to talk about incidents on the podcast, you jerk. I was watching that live. I was in my game room and I was cleaning everything up and I had YouTube on and I saw it kind of in process. I saw Saito on your left, near the wall there. And then who was on your right? I knew who it was.
Berman.
Was it Berman?
Yeah,
Berman was on your right. And then you started going in between the two of them because it kind of spaced out. And then next thing you know, it was just like smush, carnage, sparks everywhere. And I just happened to stand up and look over. I was like, oh, shit. And then I saw Besso's car like taking off. I was like, oh my God. So I can't talk about the incident, man. Sorry. There's been no ruling on it. We don't know what's happening. I have to consult the other only 2 people I can consult because I got 2 mods fighting with each other. This is anarchy. But yeah, no, that was enjoyable to watch. So
yeah.
to watch. Yeah, I can see you living through that one for a
good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
So
But
what
all right, well, those will wrap up my 3 questions. So
so what we're looking for coming up next time, to give you a little bit of a preview, we're wanting to bring in another driver with to actually interview. So if you want to be that driver, leave a comment below this video in YouTube. Comment below. Comment to us in
who's
Deviant.
checking the comments?
I don't know. I am.
I don't know if Chaotic is checking all. He's doing everything else for us. I don't know. Chaotic, can you check the comments on YouTube?
If you want
Oh,
to be on the
crap.
video, if you want to be a interviewee on the next episode 4, that would be with with the driver. Comment below. Comment in the Discord. Send us a DM. Whatever. Send up smoke signals. However, you guys know how to get in touch with us, and let us know. And maybe you'll be chosen. I don't really know how we're going to choose. How are we going to choose?
I think, and this is nothing against any of the new drivers by any means. We'll more than happy to bring them on. I would like an OG for the first one though, if possible. OG is anyone that's been here longer than a year. So I think that'd be fun. But otherwise, I think we already have 2 that have already kind of jumped in to say they would do it. So we've got a roster, man. Let's do this. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Are you going to recap the Sunday Cup, where we are with leaderboard?
Sunday Cup. Okay, leaderboard. Where we're at right now is Zen, obviously, after this weekend, has taken a significant lead at 68 points over. He's 10 over Besso at 58.
Where's Glovis?
Glovis is 4th.
Folgore
is bringing up 3rd.
Okay.
So Folgore's at 52. So he lags by what? 16
Where are
points?
you at?
Folgore. Where am I at? I'm 10th.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Lower half.
Yeah, almost lower quarter. But we'll go with we'll go with you can do middle third, right? Does that work out?
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Not
all right. So we got a couple
close.
things coming, right? We have a busy, right? We're gonna be busy over the next few weeks. We've got some stuff going down.
So we do. We're not going to give everything away, but the next month is going to be very, very, very busy for everybody. And by that, I mean we have F1 team selections.
Yep.
Which is coming out. We also
by the way, let me interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do this past Sunday, and it did not happen, and we're sorry. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. It really came down to me missing the race, and no one just could fend for themselves. So
we couldn't work with the equipment we had.
Clearly. So we will be rolling out how we're going to roll out F1. Anatol, thank you for the reminder. We were so focused on 16 drivers at Sunday Cup that we completely missed F1 selection. We suck so bad. But we appreciate your patience. And yes, that is going to be one of the next things that we do. And it's not for points, it's just for fun. But yeah, F1 selection soon. Why don't we do it right before fun night?
We absolutely could.
It's on the calendar, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I shall check.
Well, just tell Chaotica to take care of it.
No, we
He'll
don't
get it.
tell him. We ask him and we
He'll
say thank
get
you.
it all typed up and everything real nice. It'll be perfectly done, perfect grammar and everything. So what else we
The
got coming
grammar
up?
will be perfect. God, I hate that guy and the fucking punctuation bullshit.
So what we also have coming up, which we're not going to reveal too much of, but we're ironing out final details of how the next season of GT3 is going to be. And what I can tell you is it's going to be a big team basis between multiple leagues. So there will be a GT3 and there will be a GT4. So
Ooh, you didn't tell me you were gonna roll this out tonight.
that's what it's going to be. And
All
how
right.
you're going to get there and where you're going to be, we will let you know later on. But it will be big and it's going to be all inclusive of everybody. And we'll give you all the details later.
So this is gonna be like one of those YouTube channel things where you can just advertise big news and get all the likes.
Pow! Yeah. So on top of that, in a little more than a month, right? It's a month and a week or two. We've got the second endurance race.
Yeah.
So that's going to be big. The roster, I believe, is full. Yes.
Yeah. Everything's damn full. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's
So
great. Let me. I keep interrupting you, but it's because of the shitty hotel signal.
it's not my program or anything. Go ahead.
Put your helmet back on. Hang on for a second.
Yeah.
So Bad Jones recruited someone today, right? So welcome.
Welcome.
I want to just encourage everyone, if you see a good driver in dailies, recruit. We only need, I think, like 3 or 4 more drivers to have 2 full lobbies. Active drivers, please. But you know, we're used to about a 30% success rate when it comes to recruiting. I don't like to do the whole Reddit recruit. Obviously, we did very well last time with getting some good guys out of there. But it is a little bit more advantageous when we can recruit out of lobbies or elsewhere of people that we've seen drive. That way we know they're clean and not asshats. So
Right.
any final pushes you guys can help us with when it comes to recruiting, we would most definitely appreciate it. Give a shout out when it happens, and you know, hopefully we land those last 2 or 3. If not, then I'll do another Reddit post and see what we end up with, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty crucial that we do have 2 full lobbies now that Mercury has kind of dropped the ball on what next season looks like. We need a couple more drivers. So any help you can provide, we would definitely appreciate. Pay people, I don't care, just as long as they're not faster than me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are looking for just a few and that will give us exactly what we need. And then, like I say, a little over a month from now, we've got the second endurance 3-hour endurance race. So for you guys that are signed up who are crazy enough or stupid enough to do this with us, whatever the case might be, that's you know, be ready, be practicing, and you know,
bladder control,
stretch,
bladder control. Don't drink the night before.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So glad we picked F1 cars. So stupid.
I know. I'm actually more nervous about this than I was the Nürburgring, and the reason being is because I'm going to be 3 hours on a Formula wheel.
Well, that's how I drove. That's how I drove Nürburgring.
Yeah.
It's not that bad because you're doing your movements are like this, like that's it. You know what I mean? Like you might have, you know, the first turn at Spa and the last turn at Spa, but short of that, it's not really much. Like I struggled more in the Porsche at Spa because, and thankfully I picked the other wheel, my full wheel. But like I was full rotating and then I was like pulled my hand over here to shift. I was up shifting, so I didn't lose a lot of wheel spin. But anyway, different conversation. different. I lost. Doesn't matter. Screw Glovis. You know, the crazy thing is like at work, I can't remember shit. But like a lot of these things from races I can remember. But anyway, so I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate you keeping me company in my hotel room with this weird wallpaper. You ever watch Get 'Em to the Greek?
Yeah, it's real awesome. Real
No. Have you seen Get 'Em to the Greek?
no.
See, you know why I know that? Because you didn't make a reference about me rubbing this wall. And had you seen the movie, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
What you're talking about.
Now you have to watch the movie. You and
Okay.
Glovis have a
search.
little Discord movie night. Get your popcorn out and watch the damn movie.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. So
All
I'm
right.
done. I'm good. I'll stop talking now.
You good? All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that wraps up episode 3. We'll be back next week with episode 4, and somebody will be down in that area.
Careful now.
Somewhere down in there, and we'll see who that person is. Volunteer if you want it to be you, and we'll have a series of questions for you, and we'll decide whether we're going to let you know ahead of time, but probably not. We'll just start asking some shit and find out what you got to say about it.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. So guys, have a good night, and we'll see you on the track.
Later.
Bye.